Hey everybody, welcome back to an episode of The Elite, the Elite Count. I'm War Machine MJ.
With Rodimus Prime.
And we're currently not observing the 6-foot rule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're here today to talk about All Elite Wrestling AEW Dynamite.
Yeah. Just like WWE and other promotions, they're trying to do their shows, but without a crowd because of this whole coronavirus stuff.
I'm going to steal a fry.
That's fine.
Okay.
Because they have to make do with what they got. So, they're putting safety first. So
At least they have more of a grasp on the empty arena concept than WWE does.
True.
Which is a shame because AEW is the third-ish promotion to run a empty arena show within the past number of weeks.
Yeah.
Because you had SmackDown, Raw, then AEW/NXT.
Yeah. So like I said, they just like everybody else is putting people's safety first. Everybody's going cuckoo over this coronavirus.
Yeah, I do like the rule that Tony Khan put out that if people stay home because they don't feel up to going to work, that they don't lose their spot.
Now that's good. That's good because unlike WWE, it's like if you don't feel like not coming to work, you're going to get punished.
Actually, WWE has taken up that stance too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh. Well, during this whole epidemic.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Pandemic, epidemic, whatever they want to call it.
Media craze.
Yeah. That's why I don't watch the news. That's why I've had my TV off all day.
I don't watch it either. Anyway, we kicked off the show with Kenny Omega and Cody on commentary for a short spiel.
Now, for the little that I heard of Cody on commentary, Cody did a pretty damn good job.
Oh, he was amazing. Like, he had a wrestler's insight into holds and moves and all that.
Yeah.
He had brilliant things to say about people. Of course, he was making some old school wrestling references.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he made a Bill Watts reference that just popped Shivani.
Really?
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
Like, he was bang up on commentary.
And you can tell he was enjoying being on commentary. Because, not often do we see Cody on commentary. He's always in the ring or cutting some good promo.
Or just in the back doing producing stuff.
Yeah. But, you could tell he was really enjoying himself. So, anyway, the opening match was the American Nightmare. Cody taking on Jimmy fucking Havoc.
Yep. Jimmy Havoc's he's been on a roll as far as AEW Dark is concerned.
Yeah, because the last I saw him on Dark, he was getting attacked by Luther.
Yeah, it's going to be a while before we see how that plays out.
Yeah.
But of course, forgot to mention that this week and last week's AEW was, of course, it was, the ring announcing was done by Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's back to that, even though she said she'd never do it again.
Hey, but she sounded the same as she did when she was in WWE.
Yeah, except for she's going by her real name instead of a fake name.
Yeah. Anyway, Cody got the victory over Jimmy Havoc.
Yeah, this was a fantastic match.
Yeah.
Afterwards, there was a promo from Jake the Snake where he basically said that Cody has denied him and Lance Archer a chance to prove themselves.
Yeah.
And now all they want is just a sit-down meeting.
I saw where Cody had tweeted something about Lance. He said, Lance is a pretty damn good wrestler. I'm not up for the, social media debates and stuff like that. So we'll see how this goes. I'm really liking this stuff between Jake the Snake and Cody.
Oh yeah, Shivani got a interview with Cody, and Cody was hot about this. He basically said, I'm aware of Lance Archer's work in Japan, but he doesn't have a body of work here. I don't want to be a whiny babyface so Lance can debut next week.
There you go.
So yeah, he was hot about that.
Yeah. Now with Cody and his face run, I mean he's just cutting promos like off the rip, and they're just wow.
Oh man, he even does great work as heel. Remember his disfigured Cody Rhodes face?
Oh yeah,
Oh, that was great.
I mean even in a couple years ago when he was in Ring of Honor, he did some pretty good heel work. And he even it led to him becoming champion. And Jake the Snake Roberts, for as much as he's been through, for as old as he is, for the raspy voice that he has, this dude 20, 30 something years later can still cut a promo and you're just captivated like this.
It's a masterclass.
Yes. You know what? Throughout his whole career, he's never really needed a belt. Just give him a microphone, let him cut a promo, and you just sit there like, I love it.
Yeah, he just hypnotizes you with words alone.
Yes.
Next, we had super bad Kip Sabian and the bad girl Penelope Ford taking on Darby Allin.
Now, I know when you were texting me about this match, you said that Cody called Darby a young Sting.
Yeah.
Now, that, my friends, is a very huge compliment.
Yeah, I never even thought about that when a few episodes ago on here when I compared him to a modern day Undertaker.
Yeah.
I never thought to compare him to a vigilante Sting.
Yeah. Only difference is, Darby's much smaller, much younger. But Darby Allin, he's become one of my favorites. And he has all the potential in the world to be a huge star if he isn't already here in All Elite.
Well, from the looks of it, Darby's starting to take the Will Ospreay approach. He's starting to get bigger, broader.
Yeah. Because Will Ospreay, for example, he's now a heavyweight.
Yeah.
So.
Beforehand, Darby Allin cut a vignette, one of his artsy black and white vignette.
Mm-hmm.
Where it had him going up to a table with the different masks of the inner circle.
Yeah.
He threw him on the table and burned him. And he said, "Tonight, Kip Sabian, I'm sacrificing you for the sins of those evil men."
Yeah. Oh, continue.
Anyway, but he of course had this stellar match with super bad Kip Sabian, and of course the bad
After
girl.
this will be Hager versus Chico Adams.
Cool beans. Anyway, had this thrilling match, even though Penelope Ford got involved, got a little bit handsy. However, in the end, Darby Allin put away Superbad Kip Sabian with the Last Supper, which was just a flying heel hook with a jackknife cover. Really great stuff.
Yeah.
Next, of course, was Jake Hager taking on Chico Adams.
Now, I didn't see this match. Tell me about this Chico guy.
Wasn't much to say. This dude got annihilated. He got choked out by a triangle choke.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, so.
Anyway, we'll move on. World champ John Moxley came to the ring.
Well, this was after the Hager match.
Yeah, that was afterwards.
Moxley hit the ring, and he laid into Hager, hit him with a paradigm shift, and then Hager snatched up the ankle after he got paradigm shift.
Wow.
So yeah, he's basically unfazed by the paradigm shift. Of course, Mox threw him from the ring, and then he swiped at Hager with the belt.
Yeah.
I think they called it Big Plat or something like that.
I have no idea, but this is what Moxley said, quote, "I'm 100% good to go, clear for action, and I'm ready for blood. When this belt is on the line, you're not walking away. You're getting carted out on a stretcher, or I'm gonna die trying," end quote.
That was great. Next is the one thing I want to pick your brain about. This Brody Lee promo. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I heard about it.
Oh. Alright, so it's Brody Lee sitting at the dinner table with Alex Reynolds and John Silver.
Mm-hmm.
And, they've got steak, and Brody Lee is basically laying out how the new Dark Order is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
John Silver's the bald one, right?
I believe so.
Okay, alright. John Silver tries to cut into his steak, and Brody Lee is just upset about this. He's like, "You Stop right there. You don't eat until I'm finished. Get out. Then he looks at Alex Reynolds and says, your boy's got to learn. And then Alex Reynolds sneezes and Brody Lee loses his shit. He says, oh, come on. You, get out of here.
I see what he's doing, and I like it.
Yeah, it's a direct shot at Vince.
Yeah, I heard that the last 2 weeks, like even when his debut, when he told Christopher Daniels, "You're not the only out of touch person that's overlooked me." That's a shot at Vince.
Yeah.
So I like it. I'm not even mad about it.
Did you catch his episode of Talk Is Jericho?
I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh, apparently well, we know Vince hates sneezing.
Yeah.
But apparently the food analogy from that promo was basically if you try and talk business to Vince during supper, he will ignore you.
Mm.
Yeah, because I believe Brody Lee said he tried pitching something to Vince, and Vince just said, bad cow.
Mm.
So, yeah. Next was QT Marshall taking on the aforementioned exalted Brody Lee.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell how this one goes.
Yeah.
Flat L.
Yeah. Pretty much. Brody Lee won. Not much to say there.
Yeah, he put down QT quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yep. Next, we had an update. I almost said condition. An update on the condition of one half of the Young Bucks, Nick Jackson.
Yeah, Tony Schiavone threw it to the California correspondent, Vanguard One, who was spying on Nick as he was getting back into the swing of things.
Mm-hmm.
He's at 60%. Of course, Vanguard 1 kept the 6-foot social distancing rule.
Yeah. Speaking of the Young Bucks, they were recently named Tag Team of the Decade by Wrestling Observer. I think the Wrestling Observer newsletter. So well deserved. Shout out to the Young Bucks, Tag Team of the Decade. I mean, how could you argue about that?
Can't, really.
You really can't. I mean, you've had the New Day, you've had the Usos, you've had God, other tag teams from various promotions, but the Young Bucks, they definitely laid the groundwork for the decade. So, again, congratulations to the Young Bucks for winning Tag Team of the Decade.
Yeah, Young Bucks are practically Pitbull at this point.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah. Now we go to the next match, in which I thought was an excellent match. It was for the AAA Mega Championship as Kenny Omega, champion since October, I believe they said, took on the Spanish God, 1/5 of the Inner Circle, Sammy Guevara.
You know, I keep forgetting he's Mega Champion.
Yeah, because they don't mention it much.
And he doesn't walk out there with the belt.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's, whatever contractual obligations with AEW that he's not supposed to carry the belt out there, but
yeah,
you just kind of forget.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, how could you forget about that belt? Because that belt is immaculate.
It is. I mean, the last person who held it before him was Ray Phoenix.
Yeah.
And like they said, that was back in almost midway October of last year.
Yeah.
So he's been champ for a few months now. But anyway, this match was pretty damn splendid.
Yeah, this was just absolute balls to the walls as far as speed and high impact.
Yeah, of course, Sammy was working over the legit broke hand of Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
But Kenny found a way to get it done. He is still your AAA Mega Champion. And how long did that match last? What, 25? I want to say a good 25 minutes.
30 minutes. It ate up a good chunk of time.
Yeah, because they started the match. Well, I got in right when the match started. They started that match at like 8:15.
Yeah.
And it ended at like, what, 8:30, 8:40-ish?
Yeah, 8:30, 8:40, somewhere in there.
Yeah. So they had a pretty good chunk of time. I mean, but hey, they put on one hell of a match.
Yeah, it was a dynamite match, no pun intended.
One thing I did like is Brandy's reaction when Sammy was kissing that piece of paper with her face on it. Sammy, listen, say what you want about the Inner Circle, say what you want about Sammy Guevara. This dude, he's another person that's got a bright future ahead of him.
Oh,
This dude can do no wrong.
Oh, definitely.
He can do no wrong.
I like that sequence where he and Kenny were on the outside, and he would go up to Brandy and start hitting on her.
Yeah.
And Kenny would try and mount some sort of offense. Like he tried to suplex Sammy. Sammy just kind of rolls off of his back, and then goes back to hitting on Brandy.
Yeah.
I like that. That was smooth.
Oh, Sammy Guevara.
Yep. And finally, we had the face-to-face between Les Champions, Chris Jericho, and of course, broken Matt Hardy. But
Yeah.
but first, Les Champions tried to make the hard sell to Vanguard 1.
Mm-hmm.
Said, I hate you, I can't stand you, but at the end of the day, I respect you. So why don't you join the inner circle? Give you all the Instagram drone models that you could ever dream of. You'll have a little bit of the bubbly pouring out of your gas hole. It was great stuff, and Jericho was just serious the whole way through.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying hard to get Matt Hardy to join the inner circle.
No, Vanguard 1.
Vanguard 1, I'm sorry. He was trying to get Vanguard 1 to join the inner circle. And then, Matt Hardy came out there, said what he said. He's basically saying, look, screw the inner circle. I'm here to take you down. Because whenever that blood and guts match happens, it's going to be Matt Hardy and the Elite versus the inner circle. That match is going to be awesome.
What'd you think about his teleportation trick?
I thought it was funny. It was pretty damn funny.
It was cheesy, but it's a good kind of cheese.
It reminds me of his TNA run.
Yeah.
Like when he first did the broken gimmick, I thought it was trash. I was like, what is this? Why does Matt Hardy look like an uncoordinated clown? But then after a while, I was like, okay, I'm captivated. I like this. I really do like this.
Yeah, aside from Jericho's hard sell of Matt Hardy trying to get into the inner circle, Matt Hardy did let us in on his new deity that is inhabiting his vessel.
Mm-hmm.
It was Damascus.
Damascus, yeah.
Who was, what do you say, 3,000 years old? What do I say?
I believe so.
Yeah, 3,000.
Yeah.
3,000. Basically says Damascus is good at, creating war and, can something to do with blood and guts. I forgot the exact line.
He said a lot about Damascus that I necessarily can't remember what he said.
I remember one line because Melissa was down here watching with me, and he said one line that just made her get up and leave. It was it's ironic you guys, the fans, sing Judas on your way to the ring. I knew the real Judas, and he stabbed me in the back too.
Oh, well, damn.
Yeah. So my sister got up and left. She's like, I'm not going to be a part of blasphemy. I'm just like, it's wrestling. Suspend the disbelief.
Yeah.
But
afterwards, after all the talk, after all the jaw jacking.
Yeah, Jericho said, well, you know what? I know magic. 3, 2, 1, abracadabra.
Yeah, because he got punched by Matt Hardy. He said, you got a good punch. Then it's when he brought out his abracadabra, which is the inner circle.
Well, it's just Sammy Guevara.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were working with severe limitations as far as staffing.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much everywhere, so.
Yeah.
But afterwards, Sammy Guevara and who else? Jake Hager.
Now it's just Sammy Guevara and Jericho.
Yeah.
They got beat down by Matt Hardy, Kenny Omega, and Cody.
Yeah.
Of course, Matt Hardy was messing with the Pyro while Les Champion and the Spanish God were on the stage.
Yeah, and that's pretty much how we ended with Matt Hardy just saying delete, 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 with Pyro going everywhere. So yeah. Like I said, whenever things get back on the up and up and, people can go into the buildings and watch the shows, and they had this blood and guts match, it's going to be one hell of a match.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you that much. But for right now, they, AEW, WWE, and various promotions around the world, they have to make do with what they got.
Now, when it goes back to, what we perceive as normal, I'm definitely going to miss all these tape shows.
Yeah.
Because these tape shows give whichever company that is a chance to just iron things out.
Mm-hmm.
Or just, throw in some casual effects.
Yeah.
When we start going back to live shows, it's going to be sorely missed. Because from what you've seen, Raw and SmackDown have been pretty alright.
Yeah. I mean, with WWE, for example, I'm sure not everybody likes the no crowd stuff, but at the same time, you got to put everybody's health and safety first. So I get why AEW and other promotions do what they do, but I've enjoyed it for what it's worth so far.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you ain't. Put it this way: at least you ain't got to deal with some of the obnoxious fans just doing and saying anything they want to.
Yeah, going into business for themselves.
Yeah, because that's normally how it is with the live shows. I mean, we've been to live shows ourselves. You got some of those obnoxious fans, and you just look at them like, you're just ruining the fun for everybody else.
Like, stop trying to get yourself over.
Yeah, stop trying to get your dick hard.
Yeah.
It's not all about you. You're paying to see them. They're not paying to see you.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm enjoying it so far for what it's worth, and once everything goes back on the up and up, then
yeah,
it'll be like, damn, I missed all of this.
Yeah, like I said, I'm definitely going to miss all the taped shows because they basically get to have fun with their tape shows.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention. Throughout the entire episode of Dynamite, they had people in the back, continuing to bet on matches.
I saw that. MJF, Sean Spears was there.
Sean Spears, Billy Gunn, Austin Gunn,
Yeah.
Kip Sabian and his little dog.
Now I do.
And Dasha.
Yeah.
Dasha was there too.
I do like the fact that Tony Khan and AEW are letting them, letting some of the talent, with the limited talent they have,
yeah,
just, whether it's in the crowd or in the back, like, okay, we're going to let y'all have fun. You may not be used or whatever, but at least we'll let y'all have some type of fun.
Yeah, at least they don't, just pitter about like WWE does with their talent.
Yeah, have them sit at home in catering or whatever.
Yeah. I did like the week prior when they had them actually, in the crowd.
Now that was cool.
And the heels were taking bets.
And Sammy Guevara was trying to sing Judas. God, that was awful.
No, it was a good kind of awful.
Yeah.
Because Jericho was cracking up.
Yeah.
The guy they had sing Judas this week, Jericho was cracked up at that.
Yeah. Like I said, you can tell the whole roster, the limited roster that they have is having fun.
Oh yeah, they're definitely having fun.
But when they start having live crowds again, and they start singing that again, it's just going to be like, damn, I missed all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I miss it, but, it is what it is.
It is what it is, yeah. The show must go on, as they say.
Yeah.
Anyway, that being said, that is our episode of the Elite Count. If you missed this guy, he has a podcast. Go check him out, where he makes all sorts of stupid predictions for sports this year.
Well, I can't do that.
You can. You can make some fun stuff, like the NFL will be played with basketballs instead of footballs. Tom Brady will become a dual sport athlete.
Hey, Tom Brady's on another team now.
Yeah.
Yeah. After 20 years.
At least he doesn't jump around like LeBron does.
Yeah. But oh well. They're showing a bunch of classic stuff. Like they showed a classic baseball game from like 86. I didn't want to watch it, so I didn't care.
Yeah, ESPN's showing a lot of the old stuff.
Yeah, even like SEC Network, other networks, they're showing like classic stuff.
I think I read correctly that ESPN brought back the Ocho very recently.
I can't. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
So.
All those wacky sports that don't make the popular sports. It's great.
Yeah.
Anyway,
ESPN also, they got to make do with what they got.
Yeah.
I can't really report on nothing as of this moment.
But yeah, go check his podcast out where he does stuff and says stuff.
Yeah.
You probably don't have an episode lined up aside from talking about wrestling.
Not yet, but I will be doing episode 30 real soon.
Yeah.
Not much to talk about, but hey, I got to make do with what I got.
And it's going to be called 30 for 30.
Hey, knowing me, I might call it that. Episode 30 coming soon.
Yeah, you get SWAT for copyright infringement. And then you're gonna change the title of the podcast to Episode 30. War Machine was right.
It's possible. It's possible. But yeah, episode 30 coming soon. Haven't had time to do it yet because everybody's been getting on my nerves with this damn corona shit and um, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, swarm in the grocery stores.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So, that being said, I'm War Machine MJ.
And I'm Rodimus Prime.
Remember, wash your hands, cover your mouth, and shut your ass. We'll see you guys next time.
And wash it too.
Wash it too.